Fuck that band. I'm way meaner on camera. You all should be grateful. Sorry.
Fucking Mike cutting a wrestling promo.
Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex. My name is Michael Mansour, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely, wonderful co-host, Alexander Volt. Say hello.
Hello. You came in real hot. I didn't even know we were starting right now.
Sorry.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
This is Every Album Ever, the podcast where we listen to every single album in the world, one artist at a time. That's a new discography per episode. And today is a little bit of a special one, a little bit of a first time for us ordeal, because we're discussing every album by
two bands, Faraquet and Medications.
These guys are the same band, essentially.
Pretty much, yes.
Basically the same band. This is our first and probably not last bribe request. This is requested monetarily by Drew. Drew is a longtime kind of a badass fan. Is he knows his shit.
Yes.
And he said, listen, fuck Patreon. I don't know how to work this shit. Get off my ass. Don't talk to me about it. But here's some money. Please cover this obscure ass Dischord band. And I said, thank you for making my dreams come true, is what I said. Pretty much.
Also, I feel like it's been a rough couple of weeks, and I feel like the curse is lifted.
This band, fuck with bands. These bands. I was delighted. I was so... I'm also angry at myself for having not heard of them. Like, I'm a huge Dischord fan. I fucking love Dischord records. Not once. Not once. How does this happen? Who are they? God damn it. Well, first, before we get into any of that, there should be a Spotify playlist on Faraquet and Medications. Link in the description as usual. You can find all the playlists that we've done, everyalbumever.com. And of course, if you want to actually join the Patreon to jump the line to request an artist for us, to get to it within a reasonable amount of time, patreon.com/everyalbumever. Or you can PayPal us just directly and ask for. You can do it. I don't prefer that. But like, if you really hate Patreon and you don't want to deal with any of that bullshit, we will consider it. And here's the thing: the reason why it was a no question. Not only is Drew a badass longtime fan, but I'm genuinely curious. I was genuinely curious about these bands. Never heard of them, and it's up our fucking alley. Look at all the episodes that we've done. We don't cover the bands you want to hear. We cover the bands we want to hear, and I want to hear this band.
Yeah. Same. I had never heard of them, and I was like, "Oh boy, here we go, another random band,
random ass band."
But it worked out good.
Worked out real good,
and little bit of unsung heroes in the indie rock world, I guess.
Indie math, post-hardcore type stuff.
It's weird. I'll use the term math, but I'm like, part of me doesn't like it.
Everything can have a dirty connotation if you think about it, but I don't know what it is with math that makes it seem like, well, you're using the word math, therefore you're thinking numerically. Yeah. Therefore, it's more complicated number time signature oriented than music. That's all the things that go on.
I think that's why.
All just by one word.
Yes.
That's how powerful one bitch ass word like math is. But really, they're complicated. They have wacky time signatures. They're wild guitar stuff all over the place, and and strange harmonies. But it feels more indie and more post-hardcore than math.
Yeah, I think that label just kind of gets slapped on if you have like a wacky riff that doesn't really fit the norms of it. You throw a complicated
riff into 7/8 or 7/4, and you're going to be okay. All right, you're math. But the thing is, that's something that I used to do with my old band, where I'd write songs that I just felt were hooky. I didn't really think about the time signature too much, and then when I count it out, I was like, this is like 11/8. This doesn't make any fucking sense. But it doesn't register with like a complicated ass riff. It just happens to be kind of ridiculous. But these guys are pretty technical. Pretty technical.
Yeah, it made even like weirder and more impressive that like they're like they play multiple instruments and then they like switch when they do like the band name.
Yeah, it kind of confused me a little bit because they're the same band, but they're not the same band. I don't know why they even changed the name.
Yeah,
but like they really are different bands. Like they're the same band because the same people, but it's like this Faraquet is not Medications. There's like completely different styles, I think.
Yeah, they're different, but
I think they're wildly different.
I don't think.
Here's how different I feel they are. If you were to show me both of those and tell me those are the same guys, I'd be like, oh, what? Really?
I don't know. I got it.
I mean, the guy's voice is the same, yeah, but I mean, like, just style of writing, style of what they're doing. I have a lot to say. Shocking, but what else about them?
Originally from LA, Devin Ocampo is he plays guitar in Faraquet, and then Chad Molter on drums. Devin taught Chad how to play drums. They were Also, I'm getting this information. Also, only a little bit because I'm fucking depressed lately, so I didn't read the full article.
Been there.
This website, Fecking Bahamas, has the most thorough thing I found. So if you're listening to this and this band sounds appealing or you want to know more, please check out this Fecking Bahamas.
Yeah. Also, if anything we see is wrong, blame them.
Yeah. So and he interviews the dudes as they're more present. I don't know when the article came out, but anyway, so yeah, they lived in LA, and they, through looking at liner notes and stuff, because that was the only way you could.
Yep.
They were like, hey, we like a lot of stuff from DC. We like what this Ian Mackaye
Yep.
guy is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe Devin's sister lived in New York, so they were like, let's go there and then try to get to DC from there because it's closer.
Yeah, right.
And they eventually ended up making their way over there. Obviously, they love Fugazi.
Yep.
Jawbox, Nation of
Ulysses,
yep, and King Crimson.
Yep, all makes sense.
Yep. And I guess the band before this was called Smart Went Crazy.
Oh, I've heard that name.
Yeah, so they have some roots with that band before venturing into Faraquet, which has, I'm assuming, bass player Jeff Boswell, who is not there for Medications, but yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think, because you're saying that what's his face, Devin taught Chad how to play drums.
Yes.
That's wild hearing the drums.
Yes.
Really, really good drums.
Oh.
Throughout, beginning to end.
Yeah.
Also really, really good guitar and bass.
Yeah. Chad doesn't play drums in Medication, though.
Okay. He's only in Faraquet.
Yes.
Okay. I think I remember reading that a little bit. But tiny discography, which should surprise no one, really. So Faraquet, with the small discography, has technically two albums. So the first one's an anthology, compiles 2 EPs and their half of a split EP, the band called Acarso, which we're also going to talk about a little bit. And then one more album after that. Medications has 1 EP, 2 records. So altogether, first 98, last 2010. So if you're ready.
I am ready.
Hell yeah. So this is Anthology 97 to 98 by Faraquet.
On the opening seconds, I was like, barring any obnoxious vocals, I think I'm gonna be all right.
I heard this riff and I was in love. Instantly.
This riff, oh man, this riff, even though I don't have history with the band, it took me back to my earlier 20s, going to this venue in LA called The Smell.
Right, The Smell.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of bands sounded like this at The Smell, so.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So this song is instrumental. Let's leave it right there, because no one's going to hear this band otherwise.
No. Hell yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I was so happy I got paid to listen to this shit.
I know.
I love it so much. Dude. So yeah, like I said, that song's instrumental, but there are vocals. We'll probably get to them on this record maybe in a little bit. But best personal favorite. Yeah, this is fuck. I listened to this like 6 times. I just kept going back. I can't stop listening to this. I still listen to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this multiple times. This felt like a nice warm blanket to me. Reminding me of bands like Don Caballero and Sleeping People. This 2 bands that I thought were like wholly unique and these things coming out of nowhere, but like they have to like this band, right?
Have to.
Yeah.
Because the Don Caballero stuff, I wrote down that name a lot for just this record because I've only heard probably 1 Don record, maybe 2. I don't remember, but either way, it's a band that I could put on that makes me puts me in meditation mode like no other.
Sure.
For some reason, the super proggy, complicated, guitar centric, the guitar based drum centric kind of live sound. For some reason, that just takes it from me. And I love that style, and I was getting a lot of that from here. So already I was just comfy and I was excited, but also like the world is okay. The world is okay.
Yeah.
But then you also get some Polvo kind of stuff, like call it sane. Yeah. Have you ever listened to Polvo?
I haven't. I have not.
They're really good, but they're very, very quirky.
Okay.
They're very odd, a very bendy lo-fi band. But they're really strangely unique and talented. So whenever I hear any kind of Polvo elements, so it's always like, it's neat. But yeah, call it sane for sure.
I think the one, like the vocals, kind of like a good standout for the vocals is The Whole Thing Over.
Love that fucking song so much.
Yeah.
Love that.
I was like, if Weezer listened to Slint or something, that's this song.
Oh, Weezer sucks. No, like this is I get what you're saying. They're okay for what they are. I just hate what they are. But that song, like but you're right. It is that kind of shit where it's super poppy. You can. It sticks in your head. It's a complicated riff, but it doesn't matter when it's that hooky.
Yeah,
you can make
exactly.
Any wacky fucking thing as long as it. Yeah, that's something I think they do suffer with later on though, where more complicated than catchy. But here, the writing I think is just the fucking absolute best. So you think the first 4 tracks are the first 2 singles, the Parakeet single and the Whole Thing Over single, and the Parakeet single. The only thing I don't like about it is how loud the guitar is compared to everything else. It's just cranked way too loud. And but other than that, very fine. The second track, Die Ek, that's super Don Caballero.
Yeah, that one's a little more like alt rock punk.
Yeah,
where that first track we were the wacky riffs and
because as that one goes on, it gets a little bit louder. It gets a bit the vocals are in there for one, but they're also distorted and kind of shouted. They're way more mellow after that song. His vocals are very clean, very clean. Yeah. They're fine. They work pretty well. They're kind of sparse here though. This is a very, like you could tell they were dancing with half instrumental, half vocals. Yeah,
they're peppered in there. Like a lot of bands, I feel like do vocals out of necessity. Yeah. And this is very much a band.
Yeah.
I get that feeling.
I used to be one of those types of musicians as well. But like it works with this though, because with stuff that's, like where is it? Like stuff like Yo-Yo, where
I love
incredible.
Yeah,
it's instrumental, but like you don't want vocals in that song just because of the way it's kind of formatted.
Yeah, they somehow were able to like take the weird like mathy stuff and like there's a surf rock element to it.
There's a fucking dash of surf rock. It's it's way more driving than any other song on the album. It's fucking so good. And it's like stuff like that where makes anything like, because right before that I'm getting all fucking talking all over the place. Studying Movement. That's the first track from their half of the split EP.
Okay.
So in the context of this anthology, because this is a short and this anthology, it's fucking 40 minutes. Where it comes on in this compilation, it's fine. It works fine. It's a decent kind of like, it's kind of like the rest, but it's a little bit uglier, it's a little bit more angry, but it keeps up the momentum. If I heard it as an opener, the way it originally came out, I'll be pretty let down.
Interesting.
Not a good. I don't think it's a good opener, but here, fucking rad.
Yeah, like in the middle, it works better.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really liked Review. Like it's so probably like the slowest.
Way slow, super mellow.
It's really dreamy. Like you're like, you were talking about meditative states earlier. That would be like
because that song, great vibe, like you're saying. But when it gets kind of quickly goes very jazzy, very prog jazzy. But even though it's hard to follow, helps me relax.
It does,
Just
if you're a weirdo and like you just don't like cookie cutter stuff, like Review is
it's great.
A day at the beach.
And not to mention, right after that comes fucking Rex, which that bass makes me melt, dude.
Rex kind of feels like the culmination of everything they've like. Okay, if they did actually, write those songs first, like Rex is everything the band can do.
It's great. Yeah, so good. And there's also 2 bonus tracks on here. Well, bonus for that weren't on EPs, which are Conversations and Sea Song.
And Sea Song comes up later.
Sea Song is on another record, but this version I think is far superior for one simple reason. I don't understand it. I don't know why it happens, but the song ends and it's like 20 seconds of silence, and then a second song comes on, which I like just as much as Yo-Yo. It's just as driving, and it's not quite as surfy, but it's very driving like that. Super goddamn catchy. It's stuck in my head right now. I'm thinking about it right now. And that second whole chunk of song isn't on the next version.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was like a secret track, how they
something like
but either way, it's fucking phenomenal. The first half, the actual Sea Song, I think it's just fine. I think it's I don't know what the differences are, if any, but I know the second time it came around, it felt a little more. The second, tell you, this version of Sea Song, it's way, they don't flesh out the outro. There's like these odd synths in there, like almost slasher flick synths, like deep and low. That those aren't on the next version. Honestly, if we're comparing the song Sea Song, the other version is better. But because this version has that separate thing after the silence. I fucking love it.
The secret song part. Yeah,
exactly. So the reason why, the reason I give this best personal favorite is because I fucking adore it and I keep going back to it. And nothing. It's every song. Yeah. But something that it does that none of the other ones do that I'm very disappointed by, more so here than anywhere else. It is very much you only hear one guitar, bass, drums. Yeah, it's very much 3 of them. It's a trio, and that is all you're getting. Later on, they add more, and you can hear more guitars. But because it's like that here, the bass is fucking it's like a Minutemen situation where the bass is right there equal to the guitar. So you take the bass lines as, I don't want to say seriously, but you
are like more equal.
It's so it's not really a guitar driven record. It's just a dynamic in like harmony driven record. So the bass feels like it kicks more ass because it's louder. Not to mention it's doing the harmonies with the guitar. Later on, you lose a lot of power and oomph than I think these songs have.
Interesting. Yeah. I didn't really think about that. Obviously, they get more production as bands do, but like I said earlier, this felt like a nice warm blanket. So I gave it personal.
So I did also listen to the Acarso, half of the split EP.
Same. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
But I did it.
Yeah, we were requested by Drew, so we did, and it's cool.
I liked it. I think if it was like not a split and the songs were this mixed in, I would probably think it was the same band.
I know, because like they're so much more aggressive. There's so much.
Oh yeah, no, they're the angrier band for sure.
They're a screaming band. They scream where Faraquet sings, but it's still produced very similarly. Very obviously it's recorded live.
They got the math stuff going on, but it is angrier. The standout track for me was Furthest End of the Couch.
Same for me. That song is, it's fucking fantastic.
That song slaps.
Hell yes. And honestly, that song is more like Faraquet. It's less distorted, and it's a little bit still mad, but it's not quite.
I don't know if that's why I liked it the most or what, but
so that's the thing. It's good stuff. I did like it. I want to hear more of them, but I did like the Faraquet side more.
Yeah. That's plus like that's That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
So
Blu-ray, my expectations, let Alex know that he wasn't in for a shitty ride. And constantly shifting, hooky, fucking interesting, beautiful. And then it's over almost immediately. It's a delightful compilation. I fucking love it. Thank you, Drew. Because now this is going to be one of the few records where like I just covered it and then I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to keep it in rotation.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like dying to move on just because I'm, fatigued.
Yeah. But also, we usually we like procrastinate because we have like more. It's like too many albums. Yeah. This time we were this busy. Like we, so
I had a schedule. Yeah. But now we're on to the first and last actual full length from Faraquet. This came out 2000. This is The View from This Tower.
Little sleeker, but man, I dig it. It's
great fucking song.
Yeah. This is an opener.
Hell yeah. Got second guitar there now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good. Yeah, that's a fucking hell of an opener.
Yeah.
And obviously, as you can hear, a ton of changes.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to like change anyone's mind. Like you're like, if someone didn't like that anthology, they're not.
I think it's weaker. I think it's a different kind of band though. Slightly less so because now we're a band that has vocals now. Yeah, we're singing on every song. Is there one instrumental? I forget. But basically, it's taken away all the Don Caballero kind of moody zone out for a long time elements.
Yeah.
There's very little polvo, or none. No polvo elements that I felt reminded me of it. Now it's more crazy and more riffs. I feel like a lot more riffs, and I think it's less consistent overall, and it's still good, but less invigorating, less melodic too.
Interesting. There's like they're able to pepper in a lot of like weird aspects.
Yeah.
On this one that maybe they couldn't do before.
It's more instrumentation, 100%.
Yeah, but I like one of my favorite songs of theirs is on here, Conceptual Separation of Self.
Oh yeah. Tones it way down. Fucking rules.
So beautiful. And that wasn't like a word I was expecting to use
for this band.
Yeah.
That song rules. That one is like them going in the more dynamic direction, and it pays off a lot. Other examples that I think are rough are Song for Friends to Me.
Yeah.
Which is, I liked it. On second listen especially, I was like, all right, this is pretty good. But it really reminded me of early Minutemen.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like, more so than usual, I guess, like a lot of like jerky stops.
Yep.
And then especially on that one, I think there's horns on there.
I think so. There's a lot of different stuff. Yeah, and like I know for sure on Conceptual Separation of Self, the strings are just synths. But I don't. Yeah, no, they had. It's not the first time they use horns either.
Yeah,
or not the last time rather. They fuck with horns, and it's always like, are those horns? What the fuck? Like it always feels like didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I mean they may be like programmed or they may be actual.
I think that's an actual horn player.
Okay. Yeah.
But
this is how you use horns in rock music.
That means never play reggae or ska. You heard them. I mean, not that I disagree or anything, but so carefully planned. It's track 2, and that's kind of how I knew I wasn't going to be blown away by the whole album, because it's immediately more the same. Technical, it's really good, but it's more riff than melody.
Yeah, it doesn't really like stand out.
Like the most of the melody comes from just the vocal lines, and they're fine. He sounds okay, but the thing that brought me around in the end was the toward the end of the song where the fucking percussion there goes nuts. There's congas in there, and it just goes fucking wild.
Yeah. I also love the title track. Like it is this. I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of it because for a band that makes short albums, it's like the closest thing you're gonna get to an epic song by them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some of that jazzier. Killer single pedal work on the drums.
Incredible. The fact that they can both do that. They can both do that. Go fuck yourself. How dare you be that good?
And
that's so good. All right, y'all listen to the fucking song in a row.
Yeah. Obviously, we're just gonna get a taste of that on this podcast.
So we were talking about earlier that this version of C song. Overall, I think it's much way cleaner, way tighter, and the outro is like super noisy and aggressive, and it's drawn out. Mm-hmm. It's a lot longer. Whereas before, like I said, it was really short and it had like synths in there, but like no second half, whatever the hell that weird secret song is. And that's funny too, because when I saw it was on here, I was like, "Oh, rad! I'm gonna hear a better version of that." I was like, "Oh, it's not here.
It's not better."
Yeah.
Well, to Mike, but
it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the missing piece that's for sure got horns. Okay. Instrumental. Yeah. That's the one instrumental song, and it's fucking glorious.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Yeah. The other like cool song for me was "Studying Complacency." There's like weird like freak out folk parts, kind of.
Right.
But just like pepperings of it, never like, okay, we're gonna do a full song in this style.
Usually, they kind of don't ever do that. They always have a little bit of their flair on it. That was I think it's my least favorite song on the album is "Studying Complacency," because again, it felt more prog than melody, and also vocals started to get on my nerves on that song. They're fine overall, but I just liked the approach on the first record so much, or the first few records. Yeah. Where it's like, I don't want to hear the vocals every single song with this super complicated style. I kind of want to like hear what they're doing, and then you'll hear a vocal line every now and then. We're singing all the fucking time now. And I also think one of the worst vocal performances is on the title track. They come in super late, but when they do, they're rough.
Yeah. Well, goddamn, pal.
Yeah. It's still a really good album though. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give something, bad accolades, but I would, listen to this whole fucking discography.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to this album as well. Obviously, like Faraquet more than Medications, even though we haven't started Medications yet, just based on my picks. But like, it's so fucking delightful to hear. Just because honestly, man, after like. I enjoyed parts of RX Bandits. I really like Typo Negative. Like for what Typo Negative is. I, for a minute, thought that I was crazy for hating Coca Rosie. Turns out I'm not crazy. They just suck. So when I hear this shit, I'm like, I'm home again. I'm home again. Thank God. Oh, God.
Back to home base.
Finally.
We went first, second, third, back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're on. What happened with Faraquet?
I'm not sure. I'm sure the nice article at Fecking Bahamas tells. I'm not sure why they broke. I think it was this more like they weren't generating a buzz or anything, and this sucks being poor, so they just broke the band up.
And then a couple years later, they start again.
Chad and Devin again. This time without I forgot the guy's name.
That was Jeff Boswell.
So now I think Chad moves over to bass and they bring in a drummer named Andy Becker, who does bring like a different energy to the band. It
is a different band, even though it's the same band.
Yes, he is. Holy shit. This man, I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but I love his drumming. Like,
oh shit. So let's fucking get into it. This is first record, by Medications. This is it's technically self-titled, but because it's Dischord, it's called 5 Songs. This came out in 2004. I love that. Love it.
Yeah. Also, I think because you pointed it out earlier, like the bass does hit a little harder on these Medication albums.
I think it's just better produced.
So it's still technical,
Yeah.
but more character, and this isn't hard to follow.
No,
This is not hard to
this
follow at all.
is a little more friendlier.
Way more accessible.
to people. That's
Yes.
the word I was looking for. Accessible. Yeah, it's like everything else they do. It's a nice little collection of songs
Yeah.
under 40 minutes.
Yeah. It's very short. This is only 5 songs, but don't love it as much as Faraquet, obviously. But it has I think it has a different personality. These are way more what you would feel indie is like.
Yeah.
Whereas Faraquet was a lot more in the math territory, and the kind of, I don't want to say psychedelic, but you know what I mean, where you just kind of, we're gonna play this long song that goes a million different places and stuff like that. This is digestible, but character. Now, what's his face? Fucking Devin. I'm assuming he's still singing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still his voice.
Yeah. Now it sounds way more confident. Not just his voice, but just what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like I like 3 out of the 5 songs a lot. But when you take 3 out of 5 as a whole, I'm like, all right, it's solid, it's fine. It's
I would agree with you. Yeah. 3 out of 5, real good. Domestic Animals.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I got a timestamp for this part because I'm like, this short band, I need some timestamps.
Yeah.
This part is so fucking cool.
Oh, yeah. That is damn near a bass solo.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the surf rocks.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's not like jarring, but it's just. Because, the bass is more technical than like.
But you're still focusing on the guitar.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
So that song is fucking rad. And I would say if you're at all curious about this band, that's one of the first tracks to check out, honestly, because it's just so accessible, but it still does what they do.
Reconcile Awake.
Hell yeah.
The guitar playing on that is like standout.
That section at 430 comes out of nowhere. Fucking incredible. I love that. Where's that son of a bitch?
Let me pull that up. Oh, yeah. The percussion shit is so cool too.
So good. This is not what the rest of the song sounds like. When this came on, I'm like, Yeah, that drumming is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, clearly this guy's a little more adept than Chad.
Too damn good.
Yeah, I was like, he's a rag drummer. I wasn't like fully in love yet with him, but
Let's see. The thing is, anytime I hear music like this, if the drummer is keeping up and I'm not focusing on him losing time or hitting rims or anything, then I'm like, oh, he's fine. He's good. He's a great drummer. But stuff like that where you hear just the flourishes and percussion, like
I will take a guy who's this in the pocket. Not to say that what he's playing is easy by any means, but like you said, I guess the focus isn't on him, but this motherfucker, you need like that human metronome in a good band.
That's funny. We're like with drumming, especially like how you just can't hide anything.
Any mistake.
You can't hide drumming at all. Because like I had who gives a fuck if I'm slandering people? I'm not gonna say any names, but my old bassist from some years back, god damn, she was just awful. And like, here's the thing: she could play notes.
Mm-hmm.
She could learn things, and the songs that we played were like not easy songs. So she was learning hard songs, but if you asked her to play those songs without the band, it would not sound right because she was basically learning these complicated things through mimicry and following everyone else. So maybe there wasn't any swing to what she was playing, but it didn't matter because the drums were swinging and the guitar was swinging.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so you try that shit with a drummer. You try that shit where he gets what you're doing. He's playing the right things, but there's no comfort in there.
Yeah.
You got yourself a bad band.
Yes.
Like it just ruins. It falls apart.
Yeah.
And I swear to tell that story just to shit on my old bassist, though it probably sounds that way. But good EP. Don't love Exercise Your Fertility and The Perfect Target so much. I think The Perfect Target is probably the weakest song here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. I kind of like Exercise Your Fertility, how it's a little harder hitting.
Yeah.
But nothing special.
Yeah. Again, great execution, good writing, fucking still some craziness, gorgeous stuff, but I felt like it was missing something as a whole. After all, it's just an EP.
It is just a. Which is like the same length as some of their albums.
Yeah. But now we're on to Medications' first actual LP. This is 2005's Your Favorite People, All in One Place.
This song, this is when I fell in love with the drummer. This was the song. Yeah.
Really? So already the noisiest that these guys have ever been.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just an intro. And they're not even playing anything.
Yeah.
It does give off like a more live vibe with this.
Like on stage live.
Yeah.
Because all their records felt rehearsal live.
Mm-hmm.
This feels stage live.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good way to frame it.
Quite the intro.
Yes. It's I remember one time Dale from the Melvins went on Howard Stern.
What?
And they didn't have we probably should have timestamped this, but whatever. So like the Melvins do this a lot, and they didn't tell like the producer or whoever like, hey, the song starts here. So they were this like
listening to all of it.
And Howard Stern's like, it sounds like the end of a song when you're live, like the band. And he's like, no, we do that at like the beginning, and
that's hilarious. Howard Stern talking to Dale. I can't even imagine. I have no idea that happened. Holy shit.
Also, the intro's a little misleading because now this is like a little bit more haunting and like, I love that beat so much. Like,
all right, Alex, say it.
Best.
All
Best.
Right.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you would.
Yeah. As a drummer at heart, and like, oh man, fucking, or at least as bad in Twine Time. Holy shit. That man is like,
I mean, that's fascinating that you were so taken by, I need to listen to the drumming because I didn't even like Surprise. I don't know.
Oh man,
fan of that song.
I think he fucking like, man, I know we just listened to the song, but let me just see if I didn't timestamp anything. Let me just see if like anything like pops up in the opening. Because man, I was just like the
1, 2, 3 punch of those 3 songs, I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna fast forward.
Get hurt. The questions don't get asked. Essential to wait for the light as it calls me out. Don't expect too much at
Is
first.
this 2010?
This is, or at least is bad.
Oh yeah.
So,
It
man,
is really good. It's a good drum line.
yeah, like, I don't think he,
Yeah. See, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like that little clip I played, it wasn't intentional, but like not really a lot of repeated shit played, but you don't have like the like prog rock fatigue you do with like a like Dream Theater or Rush or something like that.
It's also, well, there's long songs in here, but they don't really feel that long. I don't even know why they don't feel that long. I couldn't even tell you why. But
They're that good.
the thing is, I didn't dislike, or at least as bad. I liked the song. Definitely had some cool parts, but like the whole thing felt kind of detached to me. And I think the entire album in general is backloaded because after Pills, which I think was pretty boring.
That is like their most repetitive song, or it's hypnotic, depending on your taste.
It has great parts in it, but I felt most of it dragged.
It's the most like repetitive guitar line they've ever done.
Yeah. But after that, you get the fucking the last of the rest was the end.
Ooh. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And obviously Opinions is fucking it's crazy and mathy, but with character.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking great. The thing is also one thing about Last of the Rest was the end. I wrote it for that song, but it did feel like a lot of the other songs where a lot of these songs are written very similarly, where it's that dramatic minor key, I don't know what you call it, like gypsy sounding minor keys or minor scales. It all has that kind of vibe. Even the clip that we were just playing right now, even that part has everything is a lot like that, which that's why I feel like Medications is such a different band of Faraquet, because Faraquet they barely did anything like that. And these guys really, really do that.
Yeah. The Last of the Rest was that's a little more mathy, a little more in tune with Faraquet. And then, like, when I just thought, like, I couldn't keep having fun, I Am the Harvest.
Super spastic. So goddamn great.
It's, like,
Yeah.
groovy.
Yep.
And there's, like, noise stuff. And it's just the best of everything they've ever done.
Really good.
Yeah.
Actually, to jump back to my other point for a second, I was talking about Last of the Rest with the End. Magazines for Entertainment is another one where I feel like that's probably one of their best songs. I like it. But I don't. It has that sameness to it, that same writing style.
I get what you're saying.
This thing feels way more like not like one long song. That's way too much of a simplification. But I mean, like, it has one personality instead of a bunch of different ones. If that makes any sense, because that's very much how I felt with the Faraquet stuff, where each one was distinct enough. Everything tried something kind of different, and they all felt like different entities or something. Here they're all crazy complicated. They're all performed like a fucking beast. But the arrangements I think are way more impressive than the writing.
For me, the first half, the drumming fucking got me, and then on the back half, I was like,
those back half songs are legit good.
Yeah. Like this is some of the like best guitar playing Devin's done. And obviously, in my opinion, gave it best. But yeah,
fucking what you said about Pills, about how if you're into it, it'll be hypnotic. That's how I felt about Occupied. Or it's like it's the most mellow thing on here. It's real nice. I think it's still probably too long, but don't care. It's still great. And the last thing I'll mention is there's the part we laugh about. Like the song itself is pretty poppy, and I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
But like that last third, I don't know where it is, but that last third fucking rules, dude. Like, ugh. God damn.
Yeah. And then, that's like in the middle and or beginning of the album. Yeah.
But all in all, I still felt inconsistent and backloaded. But again, it's almost not quite as to the extreme, but it reminds me a little bit of the Brainiac thing where like I don't know what songs fans would like or dislike here. Because
I have no idea. They have like no following.
Yeah,
I'm amazed.
But even if they did, like these are all that good where you could find something either you like it or you fucking don't. All right, you can't say it's bad.
I will say I'm surprised all of this is fucking streaming.
I was blown the fuck away that it's all streaming. Amazing, delightful. You know fucking
so
why? Because Discord. Because Discord is fucking rad, dude. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not like well, I don't know how Ian feels so much about the digital age of music and all that, but like, he's very much what's like not a historian, but like he cares about archiving, like documenting every one of these fucking bands. And if that means making zero money by putting them on streaming platforms, then he's gonna do it.
Speaking of, if for someone from Discord is listening and they want to put these Medication albums out on vinyl, I would pre-order them because they're on CD.
Yeah,
which is fine. Streaming, fine. I'm not like a purist, but I do like
tactile.
Yes,
feeling it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would buy the shit out of all your favorite people.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I would because I don't listen to records, but they are nice.
Yes.
I have them. I have a record player. It's just somewhere else.
It's buried.
It is buried. I also have no space in this room. But beside the point. But Alex's Best, really good. Fascinating and underrated and underappreciated bands, whatever. Listen to it. Please listen to it. Goddamn. But we got one more. So a brief breakup, it looks like. Was it just a long break?
Long break. I think there was something about someone wanting to get married and then someone being someone's best man. But I think it's Devin. He wanted to get married in like Brazil or something. Uh-huh. Chad's like, I don't have enough money to do that. Yeah. And so they're like, we'll just do a tour. So...
Shut the fuck up. That's hilarious. Using music to make your life easier. Circumvent costs.
Still has to work hard. And like, I'm like, it's kind of wild that there's an audience in Brazil.
You never know where they come from. It's fucking wild. I think about that a lot too. Like, yeah, the US is big, but it's so scattered. You find like a good foreign audience, they'll stay with you for life.
Yep.
But one more. So this is 2010s, Completely Removed. I really like that guitar interplay, and then the vocals came in. Like, he sounds like a wuss man. He sounds like a very wimpy, small, frail man.
I got a bad feeling. Yeah,
bad feeling, right?
Bad feeling about it. But I was like, it's one song. This is not a good opener.
No. There's already this song has been on for 30 seconds, and you already hear way more vocal harmonies. Mm-hmm. Not just two vocalists singing the same thing. I mean, he's singing a line and then like a vocal right there.
Yeah.
It's so fucking indie. It's such an indie goddamn thing.
Yeah, this band can open up for Dashboard Confessionals. Although coolest album cover.
It's very good album cover. It's really good. That's actually very nice. But it's Beatlesy, right?
It kind of is. Yeah, obvious by process of elimination, worst, least favorite.
Worst, least favorite. And this was a very simple worst, least favorite. I was like, I don't like this. I don't enjoy this album.
Up until this point, I was like, oh boy, how am I going to divvy this up? Yep. And then I was like, we have a winner. We have a winner. Even saying, I would still, I'm still might come back to this album. Like, I
will not.
Oh,
I really didn't like it.
You really didn't.
And it has good songs in there. Even like the opener was it 4WMF. It's very pretty. It's fucking actually very nice. And then the Long Day is like almost dancey.
It's really breezy.
It reminds me of is it fucking Franz Ferdinand, that fucking famous ass
Take Me Out.
Maybe it's not. You know what? Yeah, it is that one.
Okay.
It's indie, but with a heavy dance beat to it. It's not that song, obviously, but like it triggered that little neuron in my head. And I really like Brazil 07, which I guess apparently is a reference to the whole thing. But it sounds like a Music in a Zoloft commercial. It's soothing. It's really soothing. That's the way it should.
Yeah. Okay. I thought Rising to Sleep, there's some neat riffs there, but the guitar solo is weird because it feels like a classic rock song.
It does.
Which is fine, but
that's this guitar solo is the only thing I like in the song.
Yeah.
It's like, it's got kookiness. It has like some baseball organs, but overall it's just, not for me.
The things I really love on this album, but like you said, there's some Zoloft things on here. Kilometers and Smiles.
Hell yeah.
That is like the most obvious, okay, I get it. You guys listen to King Crimson, before
and the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
A lot of those big harmonized vocals with like a bunch of spaciness around it.
I really like that song.
It's good. It's just not wholly original.
Yeah, I think Country Air and Home Is Where We Are, those have way more energy than the rest of the album. Like those two songs, there's this something about them where it's I feel like you guys were more engaged here.
Country Air has almost folk elements to it, so I was already pretty turned off. But it does have objectively lovely parts, and it's you can't hear it and be like, that's a terrible song.
Yeah,
it's not for me. And I actually do dig "Home Is Where We Are." A little too indie for me, but it's nice. It's a legit good song. Stuff. I'm not going to deny it just because it's not my usual shit. But this is not the same band. This is nothing like.
Yeah.
And number one problem is really the vocals. They're so thin, and they're I like putting a bigger emphasis on harmonies and crazier vocal arrangements, but it just comes across as indie. It doesn't come across as anything kind of unique or odd.
Yeah. Also for me, that last record, I'm obviously enamored by it. This felt hard hitting. So I wasn't I was riding the wave of that, and then I get this. So, and then I will say Tame on the Prowl. That is the most psychedelic thing they've ever done.
I hate it.
Yeah, I like it.
Holy shit! I thought it was one of the. I think it's their worst closer.
Oh shit! Yeah, those four songs for me is why I give it a. I'm there's still something there. Just still
interesting.
Like it.
What do you think about Postcards?
No, it's one of the weaker ones.
It does have a full on horn section, a full on horn section. They're going with it. But yeah, it just poppy, indie, Beatlesy, and elements of adult contemporary. Some of the piano stuff in here, I was that Elton John fucking this is
it's funny the closing song's called Tame on the Prowler because I feel like Tame Impala took this album and Beatles albums and turned it into
a massive career,
a huge career.
I don't know.
Did you know it's actually just one guy?
I didn't know. I've never listened to it once. I don't even care.
There's memes where it's this pretentious guy talking to girl. Did you know Tame Impala is actually this one guy? It's not a band.
Shut up. So it's 9 Inch
Nails and
it's two guys.
Basically Queens of the Stone Age. Anyways, I like those songs. They've been on hiatus since 2011. And at the time of that interview I keep referring to, Devin works as an audio engineer for National Geographic.
I mean, just the jobs that I just don't. I get the audio engineer. You know your way around a couple knobs. Rad. What? National Geographic?
I'm assuming he's living comfortably.
I hope they're fucking,
Disney owns that shit now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what don't they own? Jesus Christ. Fucking, man. Yeah, I think about that a lot. Just the day jobs of musicians that I love, but no one else talks about or loves. I'm pretty sure fucking Fun Reeves from Darkthrone is still a mailman. And I think he likes being a mailman, which is really weird.
I really I forget who it was in all this. I loved how much he loved being a mailman.
Oh, I don't remember either.
Yeah, I just remember talking about it. Yeah. One of the he was really fucking proud of it. I'm hell yeah, dude.
Honestly, if you can find something that's not going to destroy your fucking soul, the entertainment business, my God bless you.
Also, skimming this article, Devin cites Polvo as major.
How'd your boy know? How'd your boy know? If I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes,
Nerd.
I fucking am a nerd. Pole was a really good band.
Yeah.
They're another band that kind of releases an album every 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love so much what they've done lately, but for a while in the 90s, goddamn, incredible. But so are these guys. Goddamn.
Yeah. Underrated little gem, or what's the term? Fucking something. Diamonds in the rough.
Diamonds in the rough.
Diamonds in the rough. That's what I'm thinking of.
And how many fucking more bands are like this where they're just so incredible?
There's gotta be so many.
And no one fucking talks about them. No one's fucking asking us to listen to them. No one's fucking like it's so disheartening and like what? You don't deserve them, you fucking ungrateful world.
When I kind of like this trend of people finding like these obscure like bands who have only done like one album.
Yeah.
I forget, like I stumbled upon some like funk disco thing. They only did one album. It's like Something Cleary. And yeah, like there's that. And then I think I've talked about them once before. Like when we're having like a bad week or so, like we're gonna do Donnie and Joe Emerson for one episode. Like,
wait, what is that?
I'll play you some after this. But
shit.
Yeah, they're these guys who like their dad really supported them, and they built a studio on their farm, and they like recorded this album, and they wanted to be rock stars, and it didn't happen. And then someone like stumbled upon it, and they're like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So it kind of got like new life in the 2010s.
Honestly, that's what happened to Sybil Bayer with fucking Jay Mascis and Dinosaur Jr. Like it happens a lot. I think it definitely happened to Daniel Johnston because of Kurt Cobain, I think.
Oh yeah.
Like but like that's like your best bet, really, is that someone trips over your demo tape and then they decide to listen to it and then they like it
Before you're dead.
Yeah.
You don't want to get Nick Draked.
It's a verb now.
Yeah.
Don't want to get Nick Draked.
Yeah. If I don't know how much people care. The like weird funk band I stumbled upon lately. Key and Cleary.
Key and Cleary.
Fucking weird album.
Key and Peely.
Key and Peely.
Fuck. So let's do a little wrap. Let's do a little recap.
Personal favorite for me, the Anthology thing. That just feels like a nice hug, nice warm blanket for me. Best, all your favorite people in one place. I think that's like the best writing they've ever done. I think there's an energy to it. And then worst least favorite, completely removed. Too many Zoloft commercial songs.
For me,
but still listen to it, I think.
Best personal favorite, Anthology 97 to 98 by Faraquet. God damn, I keep putting this on in the car. I just keep doing it. I just keep putting it. I'm like, maybe I want to listen to something else.
No,
I don't. I just want to hear this again. And worst least favorite, completely removed. For a discography that's so fucking wild, you get
Yeah,
really,
yeah. Not the note you want to go out on. I mean, they might, could still do something.
It is possible if he decides to pull himself away from National Geographic, which he probably shouldn't. It sounds like a pretty sweet gig.
Sounds real cushy.
But thank you so much for listening and watching, and for Drew, of course, for giving us
thank you, Drew,
bribe to cover this. Honestly, like it's like I was saying this to a friend not too long ago. Like this is all I wanted.
Yeah.
For people to give me money to listen to obscure music that I also like.
Yeah.
Why? How fucking difficult is that to do in society? Come on.
Come on.
And you've done that for my dreams or something. I really want to play music, but this is good too.
Yeah.
But it's much appreciated. And honestly, if anybody else is suggesting artists, not just on Patreon, but standard email, fucking more like this, because we will make an attempt to push it forward. Because listen, we don't want to hear Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That's not even popular. I'm such an old asshole.
Yeah.
I'm like naming stuff that I think is popular, and I said Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Who else is fucking popular? We're not going to cover the Red Hot goddamn Chili Peppers. Like, listen, maybe one day, but this is the stuff that no one's talking about. These fucking bands. All right, we need this. We need this, and also they might need this. I don't know.
Imagine they get like a a boost in listens.
That would be hilarious. I don't think we have that pull, but if we did,
not
I
yet.
will flaunt it.
Not yet.
Make everyone feel bad for ever listening to us. But yeah,
500 subscribers on YouTube now.
we hit 5 on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
We have more on
I know
other
we have.
places,
Yeah.
but it's very.
Like
Look at that.
everyone knows, everyone can go and look at this, like proof.
It is. We're not liars. There's
Yeah.
someone hearing us. I was looking at some of the analytics. And I was like, people do hear this. Holy fuck.
It-
Huh.
I am amazed every time we hit record that I am able to just pretend it's just you and me.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's the secret.
Yeah.
I'm never thinking
Don't do
when
it.
we're
Yeah.
recording, I'm never thinking, oh, people are going to listen to this.
That's how you got to keep your opinions super, super pure and unfiltered. It's like, because I already don't read comments. Because why would I? It's just going to be.
I do sometimes
gonna-
when I can't sleep.
Well, the main reason I don't read the comments is because I don't want them influencing my opinion, or not my opinion. I don't want them influencing my my presentation on every band that I do in the future. Like if someone is like, I know that certain thing is very controversial to say, whatever that may be. I don't care in my personal life, so why should I fucking care on camera? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm trying to avoid upsetting fans of a certain band, like, then I'm not being me, baby. All right, I'm not being, because as soon as I hit stop record, oh yeah, that band fucking sucks. I went light on Coca Roses saying that they fucking sucked. I went light on them, dude. I hate them so much since that episode. Anyone that brings them up, fuck that band. I'm way meaner on camera. You all should be grateful. Sorry.
Fucking Mike cutting a wrestling promo out of nowhere.
So if you want to tune a playlist on Faraquet and Medications, there should be a link in the description, as well as every other episode that we've done, everyalbumever.com. You can follow me on Instagram for clips of this show and clips of me playing music for the most part. EP is coming shortly. God damn it, it's coming shortly. That's at Pander Monkey, and you can follow Alex at
Mother Puncture.
Hell yes. And of course, like we keep saying, patreon.com/everyalbumever. We got bonus episodes. I'm actually putting them out now. I'm actually recording them. Bonus episodes, early access to certain episodes, discounts off merch, which is not out yet. We teased it last episode, but it will be here shortly, and we will make a big thing about it at the beginning of the episode. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. Because I want one too.
You want in for that shit. You want in. Hell yeah. Yeah, of course, you can jump the line. Tier 2 patrons get to jump the line when requesting an artist. It really makes sure that we do it. It honestly is the only way that we can do it is with any degree of certainty. And I believe that's it.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So who be getting last song?
I'm just gonna give it to you.
You're kind, and I'm only gonna accept it if you agree with my last song pick.
Okay, I probably will. Not too many bad songs here.
Not too many bad songs. And if I'm picking, I'm picking the whole thing over.
The whole thing over. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. So thanks so much for listening and watching. See ya.